You see it everywhere, right? Collagen powders, drinks, creams, it's a huge deal. But how much do we really get what it is and, more importantly, how our bodies actually use it? Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and explain how you can support your body's own collagen production totally naturally.
Okay, let's just bust the biggest myth right out of the gate. You don't just drink a collagen shake and have that exact collagen magically show up in your skin. It doesn't work like that. As Dr. Ekberg says here, your body is a brilliant factory, not a sponge. It has to deconstruct everything first and then rebuild it from scratch.
So here's our game plan. We'll start by talking about the problem, look at why our collagen levels drop in the first place, and then get into the really cool part, how our body builds it. And finally, we'll cover the exact foods and lifestyle habits you need to get that process humming again.
All right, part 1. The collagen conundrum. First things first, we gotta understand what we're even talking about here. What is this stuff that's so important it's literally called the glue that holds you together?
Well, it's pretty simple actually. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your entire body. I mean, it's not just for your skin. It's the main structural component, the literal framework for all of your connective tissues. Think of it as the scaffolding that your whole body is built on.
And that scaffolding is, well, it's everywhere. It gives your skin its elasticity. It gives your bones their strength. It gives structure to your muscles and joints. Heck, it even forms the delicate lining of your gut. So when you don't have enough, you start to see things like wrinkles, joint pain, and maybe even a leaky gut.
Okay, now let's get to part 2, the Great Decline. And this is why everyone is suddenly talking about collagen, because while our bodies are amazing at making it, that ability, well, it doesn't last forever.
Yeah, this is the tough part. Our internal collagen factory starts slowing down its production line as the years go by. And honestly, the numbers are pretty shocking when you actually see them.
Think about it. When you're around 25, you're at peak performance. The factory is running at full capacity, 100%. This is when our skin is the firmest and our joints feel great.
But then you hit 40, and bam! For a lot of us, that production gets cut in half. We're down to just 50% of what we could do before. And by the time we hit 60, it can plummet even further, maybe down to just 25% of what it once was. That's a 75% drop in production. It's huge.
But here's the thing, and this is so important. This isn't just about your age. A lot of the things we think of as just getting older are actually driven by our lifestyle. Things like too much sugar, constant stress, sun damage, and not getting the right nutrients. These are the real villains that actively destroy collagen and speed up this decline.
Okay, but it's not all doom and gloom. Now for the good news. This brings us to part 3, your internal construction site. Because your body is a brilliant collagen factory, and you can absolutely give it the supplies it needs to get back to work.
So remember that quote from the start? This is exactly what it means. When you eat any protein, collagen included, your body has to digest it first. It breaks it down into these tiny little components called amino acids. Then it absorbs those tiny pieces, and only then can it use those pieces as building blocks to construct brand new collagen wherever your body needs it most. I love this slide because it makes it so simple. It's just like building a house, right? You need your raw materials, the bricks, which in this case are mainly 2 amino acids, glycine and proline. But you can't just have a pile of bricks. You also need the tools to put them together. Nutrients like vitamin C, zinc, copper, and sulfur. You absolutely cannot build the house without both.
All right, time to stock our construction site. For this next part, we'll start with foods that supply the raw materials, those actual building blocks your body can break down and reuse.
Now these are all going to be animal-based foods because animals use collagen for structure just like we do. We're talking about things like rich bone broth, the skin on chicken, tough cuts of meat that are full of that connective tissue, and even small fish like sardines that you eat whole with the skin and bones. They're all incredibly rich sources.
And this is where things get really cool. Some foods are true powerhouses. Take sardines, for example. They're like a double win. They don't just give you the raw materials for collagen, they also give you a healthy dose of omega-3s, which help fight inflammation. And remember, inflammation is one of those major collagen killers we saw earlier.
Okay, so we've got the raw materials, the bricks, but you can't build a house without tools, right? That brings us to part 5. These are the helper foods. They give your body the essential tools it needs to actually do the construction.
And this list, it's absolutely critical.
Eggs are packed with those key amino acids and sulfur. Foods like bell peppers and broccoli are just loaded with vitamin C. Berries give you antioxidants that protect the collagen you already have. These foods might not have collagen in them, but the building process is literally impossible without them.
You know, if you ever doubt for a second how important these tools are, just think about history. Think about scurvy, the disease that sailors used to get. It was nothing more than a total catastrophic breakdown of the body's collagen, all because they had no vitamin C. Their entire system of connective tissue would literally fall apart. That's how essential this stuff is.
Okay, finally, let's pull back and look at the big picture for our last section here. It's about more than just food, because what you eat is only one part of the equation. You also have to create an internal environment where your collagen can actually thrive.
Look, the big takeaway here is that you can't just focus on one thing. It's all connected. Deep sleep is when most of your repair happens. Managing your stress lowers those collagen-destroying hormones. Weight-bearing exercise literally signals your bones and joints to get stronger. And keeping your blood sugar stable, that prevents sugar from damaging the collagen you already have. See? It all works together. And that brings us right back to where we started, to our main idea for this whole explainer. If your body is a construction site, then you are the project manager. It's not just about buying the most expensive materials in some fancy tub of powder. It's about making sure your crew, your body, has the bricks, the tools, and the right working conditions to build something strong and resilient. So the real question is, are you?